Hi, all my small good friends. So what I've got going on here tonight is a little bit different than my usual wax hauls. As I've mentioned before, Kringle Candle Company is a top favorite candle company of mine. I've also mentioned that Halloween is my #1 favorite holiday. If you know anything about Kringle Candle, you know that Kringle's Halloween release is a big deal every year. And this year, Kringle Candle is doing a 2-part release for Halloween. I know that the first release is happening tomorrow evening. So I'm recording this on Wednesday, July 31st, last day of July. And the first release is happening technically Friday, but it's at 12:01 a.m. So a minute after midnight, Thursday evening. So, like I said, technically Friday, but if you want to get your hands on the candles via online order, you need to be on late Thursday night. I have a number of Kringle candles in my collection. I have quite a few Kringle candles in my collection, but I have a number of Halloween ones. Now, like I said, Halloween's my favorite. That being said, Halloween scents don't tend to be my favorite. I'm a big bakery gourmand girl. We all know this, right? So it's kind of hard to get Halloween candles that smell like bakery and gourmand, right? Sometimes you get lucky and you get a fruity one, mainly something that smells like apple. But Kringle does tend to add a couple of gourmand, fruity, coconut, chocolatey, scents like that to appease us people who do like gourmand for Halloween. But I have been known to buy a Halloween candle strictly because I love how the candle looked. So I wanted to do this video today just to talk about some of the Kringle candles that are in my collection, especially since Kringle is bringing a number of these back during this first release. So they will be releasing 12 plus 6, 18 candles altogether tomorrow evening. 12 of those candles will be returning scents, a lot of them from last year. Some that have been around for a few years, and I have some of those in my collection, so I thought I would talk about them. I am not a Kringle ambassador, so I don't have any of the new candles. So if I end up getting any of those, I will be ordering them at the same time as you all do. I do have some photographs of the new candles that I pulled from Kringle's Instagram, so credit to Kringle Candle for any photos so I showed you on my iPad. But there are plenty of videos out there, if you have not seen any yet, where the ambassadors are talking about the new candles. So check those out. I know I will. I've been a little behind. I've been super busy lately, so I have not been able to watch any. But I plan to like totally binge watch a bunch of them tonight before I go to bed so I can get an idea of what I want. I really do appreciate those videos. They are helpful, but a lot of times I feel like I smell things totally different than the masses, which I suppose is not a good thing, but for the few of us that maybe smell like me, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, thought I would talk about what was in my collection. What I pulled are basically the black jars. I didn't pull any of my 3 wicks that I have from previous years. I do believe that the second release may contain 3 wick candles for Halloween. Kringle's been kind of tight-lipped about it, and the ambassadors have been tight-lipped about it, so I'm guessing they have been told they can't talk about it yet. I don't know the date of the second release, and I don't know it's coming. I don't know if it's going to be the country jars, and I don't think I have any Halloween country jars left, so I don't have any of those to show you anyway. I've already burned through the ones I had. But I do have a number of 3 wicks, so if they do release 3 wicks for the second release, and I have any of those that are going to be in the release, I will definitely share those, so I'll make a new video. But anyway, if you're interested in hearing about what I have in my Kringle Candle Halloween collection, stay tuned. So first, I'll just start with the candles that I have in my collection that are not going to be released in this, at least in this first release. I don't know that there's going to be any more black candles released. I highly doubt it since they're releasing 18 in the first release. But like I said, I don't really know. We could be surprised. So who knows? I think it's going to be 3 wicks. And maybe country jars. I don't know. But I don't think it's going to be the black jars. But like I said, I don't really know that to be a fact. So this shelf that's behind me, this is actually where I keep my Halloween and my Christmas Kringle candles. Although I do have some Christmas candles out in my office area. But I keep a lot of my Halloween candles. In fact, there's an empty spot right dead behind me where most of my Halloween ones are kept. I don't have a ton. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 of the black jar Halloween candles. And these have been collected over a number of years. So really, when you think about that, that's really not that many. So I figured I'd just go through quickly the scents that I have in my collection that will not be being released tomorrow, just to show you what I have in my collection. I won't spend a lot of time on these because it's not going to do you any good if you can't purchase these tomorrow. But just for the sake of this video, because I'm including my black jar Halloween collection, I thought I would include these. I'll read over the scent notes, but I won't go into detail about what I smell because, like I said, I just feel like it's probably not going to be helpful to you because you can't get these. At least not this year. You may be able to in the future, but at least not this year. So the first candle I have in my collection that is not returning is Black Cat. And guys, I apologize. I am filming my video here tonight with my camera in reverse setting because I wanted to make sure I wasn't cutting anything off, especially when I start using my iPad for pictures. I was worried about I would cut things off. So you will find often I will not be able to look at the camera because I'm trying to watch the screen. And so it's going to look like, yeah, like I'm looking off center, which I apologize, but I'm figuring you don't care about where I'm looking. You care more about what you're seeing. So Black Cat, love this label. This has scent notes of spicy cinnamon, clove, cedar, and frankincense. Yep. Oh, look at that. And this is when used to have the black wax. And super dark jars. I really like the new jars because they're more translucent. This used to scare me because I've burned a few of these black jars, Halloween and others, and I have left them burning all night because I could not tell the flame was on and forgot that I had it lit. So I'm so glad that Kringle is now using the black translucent jars because, yeah, that kind of scared me, especially if your candle's down lower. And I feel like these black jars burn, you know, kind of hot. Yeah, that was scary. So the next jar that I have in my Halloween collection is Blood Moon. Is that label not gorgeous? So this has scent notes of vibrant cassis, tamarind pulp, cedar, bergamot extract, pomegranate seed, blood orange, cassie clove, incense, icii berry, orange blossom, and wild ivy. I was pretty sure that I might like this because it sounded so fruity, but I'm not really a fan, at least not on cold. All the candles that you're going to see in my collection today are going to be unburned. Now, I may have burned them, but in a second jar, because I tend to not burn candles and put them back into my collection because I'm a little OCD about that. I tend to burn a candle all the way down and then toss it. So any that I've already burned and gotten out of my collection, of course I don't have them here today, but any that I have here before me today, they're going to be unburned. So you're going to get cold sniff smells, or you may get a little bit of a description of what my experience was when I did burn a candle. But like I said, I thought I would like this because it was nice and fruity sounding, but I definitely get all the other stuff in here and it's not a favorite. I don't know, maybe that'll change when I burn it, but on cold, not loving it. But guys, if you love Halloween scents, don't listen to what I say about how I feel about these because I just am not big on Halloween type scents. But I really thought it was going to be just, and it is fruity, don't get me wrong, it is fruity, but I definitely get that incense and that woodiness and stuff like that in there. And don't love it on cold. Next in my collection is candy corn. And this has scent notes of rich caramel, golden honey, butter, sweet praline, nutmeg, cinnamon, creamy vanilla, and toasted almond. I'm pretty sure that those notes have changed because Kringle reformulated this. And this just smells like, I won't say it's 100% authentic candy corn, but it's just like a sweet honey-like candle. You definitely get that praline note, which I think is a little different than the original one that I did burn. I love the original one, but I think there were a lot of complaints that the throw was not very good. I did not have that problem. It did pretty well in my house, but they did change the formula. I have not burned this new formula yet, but I'm really shocked, guys, that this is not back this year. I can't believe it. I feel like they release that every year, but it's not on the list for tomorrow, guys. So the next candle in my Halloween collection is Hocus Pocus. Is that label not beautiful? And the scent notes on Hocus Pocus are fresh orange, sunny freesia, jasmine, vanilla, amber, soft musk, and powdery. When I read the notes, I figured it's going to be fruity and perfumey. And it is. It's quite perfumey. It's a pretty scent. Don't get me wrong. It's a pretty scent, but it's very perfumey. This one did not come back, but that one is in my collection, Hocus Pocus. And the final Halloween candle in my Kringle collection that is not returning is Red Rum. And this, of course, is based on the Shining movie. And this one, I actually didn't think the notes sounded good to me, but this one I bought because I am a huge Stephen King fan and I needed it in my life. So I probably will never burn this. The notes are clove, fresh timber. Actually, there's commas between that. So it's clove, fresh, so I'm guessing it's a cord, timber, black salt, patchouli, rose, tobacco leaf, gray amber, vanilla, musk, and oud. I don't like patchouli. I don't like tobacco. I don't like oud usually. I mean, if it's blended with other stuff, I may be okay with it. But like I said, I knew I wouldn't like this, but I got it anyway because I love The Shining. The interesting thing is, it's not that bad. Like, to my nose, it's not that bad. And I'm sure a lot of people will enjoy it because, you know, they like Halloween scents. But I got it basically just to put it in my collection, guys. That's Red Rum. So the next two candles that I have in my collection, they have been changed over years. So the ones that I have were the original releases, and the ones that are actually coming back tomorrow night have different scent notes. So I'll go over what the scent notes are in the two that I have, and then I'll go over the scent notes of what's going to be released tomorrow, which has basically been the ones released the last couple of years. I got these a few years ago. So the first candle I have is Graveyard Night. Love, love, love the label on this. This, in my candle, has notes of pumpkin, apple, clove, vanilla pumpkin, orange spice, and vanilla cream. That sounded right up my bakery loving alley. So good. This one is so good. I really need to burn this one, but I'm so sad that the new one has different notes, and I want the one with this notes. So the new version has the same exact label and the same exact title, but the scent notes are caramel, fruity, bayberry, anastar, pumpkin, spices, clove, cinnamon, sweet, milk, musk, and powdery. I can be funny about caramel, and caramel is the very first note. It's on the top. And I absolutely do not like anastar, especially when it comes across as black licorice, which it usually does. I can't do black licorice. I can't do it. So I have been avoiding this candle and avoiding burning mine because it's going to be my only one. So I have the original, afraid to burn it. It'll probably sit in my collection. I'll probably never enjoy it, which is completely stupid, but yeah, that's the one I have. And that second candle that I have is, and again, I have the original version. This is Sleepy Hollow. And this is one that I bought strictly for the label because the notes are, actually, that's not true. When I bought this, I was hoping I would not be able to smell a licorice note. But this is pumpkin, spices, anastar, clove, cinnamon, caramel, bayberry, and sweet smoke. It sounds a lot like that Graveyard Shift, the current one, right? I went ahead for it anyway because I really love this label and I love the story behind Sleepy Hollow. So I had to have it. I had to have this artwork. I had to have it in my collection, and I was praying for the best. But as soon as I opened this jar, I got a black licorice note. So I'm not going to open it because I don't want to smell it. But the new one has notes of pumpkin spice, incense, cedar wood, clove, caramel, and citrus. And I've been tempted to pick it up to see if I like it. But I have this one with a label, so I'm not sure if I'm going to. I didn't last year and I didn't the year before, so I don't know that I'll do that. But it's in my collection. And the last 6 candles I have are all returning scents. all returning tomorrow. So the first one, you will notice right away what this is based on. And you'll also notice when I read these notes, you'll be like, Terry, that does not sound like you at all. And you'd be right. So you're going to know why I bought this candle. This is 7 days. Is that candle not amazing? Look at that label. Gorgeous. Totally got to be based off the ring, right? Looks like the girl in the ring and plus the 7 days thing. Yeah. I'm a big horror fan. I love horror movies. I have seen a ton. So when I saw this candle, I had to have it. I didn't care what the scent notes were, even though I read the scent notes and was like, are you serious? The scent notes, and I'm not surprised. Think about the movie. The scent notes are dewy greens, herbaceous leaves, apple blossom, jasmine blooms, mint leaf, thyme, cedarwood, patchouli, geranium, and musk. Was that the same notes as when I picked it up? Let me check. Yes, it was. I'm gonna tell you guys. I don't even know that I want to open this. Oh my gosh, it just smells. Okay. Hi, buddy. Speaking of Halloween, my buddy's playing with his new thing, toy. Like I was saying, so when I actually got 2 shipments of this candle. So the first time I got it, it came broken, which is a super rarity for Kringle Candle. They have the best packer in the business, Miss Jamie Fenimore. Shout out to her. She's an amazing packer. She includes a joke every time she sends your package, a cheesy little joke. It just puts a smile on my face. She really takes a lot of care in what she does for Kringle, and it shows. Your package arrived. First of all, their boxes are heavy duty boxes, not this thin crap that Bath and Body Works sends. Amazing packers. Everything, it's very rare that I get a broken candle. And if I do, you contact customer service and they take care of it right away. But very rare. The first one came broken. And all I could smell in this box was dirt. It was like dirt that was like full of roots and greens and oh my goodness. Yeah, not my thing. And it still smells like I thought it would change. But anyway, this one's coming back. So if that earthy, deep down earthy, just like you dug into the ground kind of vibe is your thing, that's your candle. Not my thing, but it will remain in my collection. So the next candle in my collection that is returning, and I love this label, and I almost didn't get this, but it kept staying on my mind last year, and I finally went back and got it. This is Coven. And I'm not sure what this may be based on, but it kind of makes me think of American Horror Story. Obviously, it's witches, but it reminds me of that. And American Horror Story Coven was based on witches. Of course, that makes sense, right? The scent notes on this are cinnamon leaf, lemon flower, lily of the valley, jasmine, patchouli, musk, sandalwood, vanilla, and guacamole. Not sure if I'm saying that right. Not really sure what that is, but I have heard of it before. I assume this would be perfumey, and it is, but it's really pretty. Still, again, I'm not sure if I'm brave enough to burn it, but it's definitely a powdery perfumey, definitely powdery, but it's coming back. Super strong smelling. I've had it since last year, of course, but it's coming back, and if powdery, perfumey scents sound right up your alley, you may want that candle. So the next candle in my collection that is returning tomorrow evening, and I'm so glad that this one's returning because I'm kind of considering getting a second one so I can go ahead and burn and keep this one in my collection. This is It's Evil. And you know this is kind of based on it. Again, Stephen King, I had to have it no matter what. But in this case, the scent notes actually sounded good. So the scent notes are pastry, spice, butter, caramel, almond, and vanilla. This smells like the most amazing bakery scent. It is an almondy pastry, but it's kind of like when you go into like the bakery and they have those like really thin almondy croissants. That kind of like Pillsbury calls it something. Yeah, they're like flaky, kind of like a flaky croissant. Yeah. If you are a gourmand fan, guys, you might want to pick this one up tomorrow night. Love Love the image, and love the scent. The next one that's available tomorrow, I actually have a previous version that has a different image than what's on the current candle. But I will show you a picture of the image on the current candle. And this is Nevermore. And I actually like this image better than the current one. But the current one is nice too. I love the raven though. And this is scent notes of chai spice, honey, sandalwood, tea, cinnamon, floral. Yep, you get all of that. You get that chai spice. You get the sweetness of the honey. You get the woodiness of the sandalwood. You even get that tea note, and I get that cinnamon and a slight bit of floral. Like, I literally can smell every note, which is highly unusual for me when I smell a Kringle candle, that I get every note, but I smell every one. Every single one. That's Nevermore. When that is released tomorrow, the label will look like this. And again, these photos are Kringle candles from their Instagram accounts, to credit to Kringle Candle. As you can see, it's still raven and quite beautiful. I really do love that purple and blue on there. I almost considered getting another one last year, but I decided not to. So that's what your version would look like if you order tomorrow night. So the next candle that I have in my stash here that will be returning tomorrow, and I'm glad to see it back, is Sinister. Look at that. And I love the movie Sinister. Of course I do. All of them. This has notes of ginger, cinnamon, nutmeg, cardamom, Moscato wine, dark plum, cranberries, amber, vanilla, coconut, and musk. It's a lot. I mean, Kringle names a lot of scent notes. And to be quite honest, I wish they would name less scent notes, because I feel like sometimes we could get a better idea of what a candle might smell like. Because when they list all those scent notes, sometimes you just can't figure it out. It's a good one. It's a good one. I get that nutmeg. The other spices are there, but this is not a spicy candle. I know it says cinnamon, nutmeg, and cardamom, and ginger, but ginger's a sweeter spice. This does not come across to my nose as spicy. I definitely get the sweetness of the wine, the plum, and the cranberries. And I definitely get that amber. I don't feel like this is musky, but I get the slight perfuminess from the amber. And I definitely get like a creaminess that has to be coming from the vanilla. I can't say that I pick up coconut. And like I said, I don't get muskiness from this, but that's Sinister. I don't think you would be disappointed if you picked this up tomorrow. That smells pretty darn good, if you ask me, for a Halloween candle. And last in my collection, I was just thinking, did I have another poison apple? No, I burned poison apple last year, so it's gone. Made me think of it because this one's an apple scent. This is Trick or Treat. Look at that label. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. So Trick or Treat has notes of, quote, poison, apple, green. I'm never gonna say this right, but I'm pretty sure this comes from a whale. It's aldehydic. I'm not even going to keep butchering that. Fir, marine, pine, cinnamon, clove, sandalwood, musk, cedarwood, guacwood, and moss. See what I mean? Now, I saw apple and I was like, yeah, I think I'm going for that. And luckily, apple is the strongest note. It is the first note. I definitely get a green note here, but I don't mind it. It's a nice green note. But that apple is first and foremost. Again, I'm not getting a lot of spice. I do get a little bit of the clove in here, but I'm okay with it. I don't like a lot of clove, but in here, it's quite nicely blended. And I definitely get a woody vibe. I couldn't tell you for sure which wood it was. There's quite a few in here. There's sandalwood, there's cedarwood, there's that guacwood. And there's a moss note. Maybe the green and the moss are coming through together at the same time for me, because I get that green note, and that could be moss too. But It's more apple than it is the other notes, and I'm not mad about that. And I love the label. That is trick or treat. Okay guys, so that is my Halloween collection as far as the black jars from Kringle Candle. Like I mentioned earlier, if Kringle announces that they will be releasing 3 wicks in that second release, I will share my 3-wick collection, especially if I have some that are returning. It's a nice little collection, about the size of the black jar collection that I have. So I would be happy to share it. So let's go over the returning scents that I don't have in my collection, but they are coming back tomorrow and you may be interested in. So I'll go over the scent notes of those. Again, my photos are actually those of Kringle Candle. So thank you to Kringle Candle. So the first candle returning tomorrow evening is Cemetery Lane. And that's what that'll look like. This is a candle that I've gone back and forth on a few times, kind of considering whether to buy it or not. The scent notes are not up my alley. The scent notes are dark mysterious musk, midnight iris, patchouli, dried oak, creeping moss, dusky cedar, and sweet earth. I know for sure I'm not going to like how that smells, but I love this label a lot, and I've been pondering about this. So if this is something that ends up getting marked down later on in the season after the release, I may pick it up. If it's not, no big deal. But if it is, I may pick it up because I just love that image. I just love that image. But that is returning tomorrow. Also returning tomorrow is Halloween. This is another one that I just love that label so much. This was new to Kringle last year. And there was only one reason I didn't pick it up. And you'll know when I tell you the scent notes. So the scent notes are black licorice, anise, fennel. This is going to smell like pure licorice with black licorice, anise, and fennel. Yeah, pure licorice. Clove, cinnamon, nutmeg. Musk, cedarwood, sweet, tonka, and vanilla. Considering those top notes are black licorice, anise, and fennel, I didn't get it last year, but I wanted that label so much. I love it so much, and I love the name of it. Halloween, my favorite holiday. Halloween, one of my favorite movies. I don't know. I don't think there'll be any of these left over, but maybe because it's not new this year. If there is, I may pick it up anyway, but it's definitely not going to be one I like. And Kringle even describes it as black licorice, a blend of frightful Halloween black licorice with sweet pumpkin spices and a touch of woods. Ugh, it just breaks my heart. I'm like, can they just release these labels in scents that, you know, different scents? Breaks my heart. Also returning tomorrow evening is Witching Hour. This was also one that ended up lingering around a little bit after the sale last year. This has notes of dried berries, earthy spices, jasmine petals, blue cypress, violet leaf, smoky, moss, sandalwood, and tonka bean. This is another one I kind of debated on getting because I really, really just love that label. Really love it. It's fantastic. I don't know. I don't know. May not happen, but if that sounds up your alley, go for it. Also returning tomorrow evening, and this is a pretty popular one. This is Witch's Cauldron. I feel like this one comes back like every year. People really seem to love this one. This has notes of cedar, clove, incense, and citrus. Actually, this doesn't sound that bad. It says primary notes of clove and cedar dance mysteriously with hints of incense, although I'm not really an incense girl. Citrus and other exotics to create this utterly bewitching fragrance. For some reason, I thought patchouli was in this. I may be getting that mixed up with another candle, but yeah, that's coming back tomorrow. Again, that is Witch's Cauldron. So guys, that's it for the returning scents tomorrow. So now we'll go over the 6 brand new candles. Like I said earlier, I'm not an ambassador, so I do not have these candles in hand. If you're interested in hearing about any of these candles, check videos online. There are lots of ambassador videos out there. There are ambassadors who have already warmed these candles and are providing reviews. And there are ambassadors who have posted on the Facebook group for Kringle Candle that have provided reviews, both warm and cold sniffs. So, yeah, check those out because it's a great way to find out if you think that you will like one of these candles. So, like I said, there's 6 new scents. The first one, and again, thank you to Kringle Candle. These are their photos. The first candle that's being released is Carnage. Look at that. Wow. So I'm thinking this is based on Michael Myers, guys, right? That's the feeling I'm getting, because Michael Myers is always holding a butcher knife. Jason's holding a machete. Freddy has, you know, claws, knives, you know. I feel like this is Michael Myers. And it looks most like a human hand. I feel like, you know, Jason's hands don't look very human. And Freddy's, we know his hands are burnt and filled with knives. So I think it's based on Michael Myers, and I love that movie. So even though this is not sounding like my thing, I don't know, guys, I may end up with this. So this says, the scent of red apple and iron mingle with a metallic accord and black rose, evoking the chilling ambiance of a haunted forest. Dark patchouli, timber silk, and clear wood linger in the air, leaving an ominous trail of earthy notes that will transport you to the heart of Halloween night. Just to break down those notes: minerals, red apple, iron, metallic accord, black rose, dark patchouli, timber silk, and clear wood. I have no idea what timber silk and clear wood are. I'm gonna have to look those up because I'm curious, but totally don't think that's my vibe, although it does have some apple in there, and it is a top note. But somehow I think I'm probably going to order this candle. We'll see. The next new candle releasing tomorrow is Dreadfully Dolly, and I'm totally picking this candle up. So Kringle describes this as the scent of ripe apple and warm amber intertwines with the haunting aroma of freshly brewed coffee and verdant greens, evoking memories of forgotten playthings and whispered secrets. Beneath the surface, woody notes and musky undertones linger, casting a shadowy veil that beckons you into the realm of childhood nightmares. The notes broken down are amber, apple, coffee, green, wood, and musk. I'm thinking that doesn't sound too bad, right? So I am definitely going to plan to pick up Dreadful Dolly. Really reminds me of the movie Annabelle. Not totally, doesn't totally look like that doll, but it's kind of a cross between Annabelle and Chucky, right? It's like if those two had a baby, that's what this doll would look like. The next new candle being released is Haunted Hollows. And this is described by Kringle as the scent of crackling wood smoke and towering fir trees, intertwined with whispers of herbal essence and crisp apple, conjuring the eerie atmosphere of a moonlit castle nestled in darkened woods. As the night deepens, notes of earthy patchouli and haunting musk linger, enveloping you in a lingering embrace of ultimate mystery. You know the Halloween candles, they gotta have some patchouli in them. Those notes broken down are wood smoke, fir, herbal, apple, patchouli, and musk. Apple seems to be quite popular this year. Maybe apple sold pretty well last year. This one, again, I'm really loving that label. Well, I don't know, guys. I gotta do some thinking, but that is Haunted Hollows. The next candle, and this one's kind of funny. This one is 6 feet under. Do you see what that tombstone says? Damn, it's dark down here. He's 6 feet under. It's dark down there. So Kringle describes this as descend into the depths where earthy and green notes mingle with the scent of freshly turned dirt and aged wood, evoking the chilling ambiance of a graveyard at midnight. Hints of patchouli and musk rise. Yeah, I think there's a typo. I think it's supposed to say hints of patchouli and musk envelop you in a haunting embrace of the mysteries lurking 6 feet below. I think that word rise was not supposed to be there. This one, I'm loving the label because it's kind of comical. It's a little cheesy, but to break down those notes, we're talking earthy, green, dirt, wood, patchouli, and musk. Not my thing. Again, we're talking like that dead girl that came out of the ground. This is 6 feet under. This is going to be a dirt smelling scent. I don't think I'm getting this one. The next candle being released tomorrow night, and I am loving this label. This is Skull and Sonnet. Loving that label. That is an amazing label. Kringle describes this as the scent of rich bourbon and smoky tobacco, intertwines with the warmth of sandalwood and the softness of suede, evoking the poetic melancholy of a forgotten time in a shadowy library. Amber and oak cast a haunting aroma that lingers long after the final verse is read. The breakdown on those notes are bourbon, tobacco, sandalwood, suede, amber, and oak. I am loving this label, but I am not loving those scent notes. I do not like boozy scents. I do not like tobacco scents. Sandalwood I like. Suede I don't tend to like. Amber depends. Oak depends. But I really do love that label. What to do, what to do, what to do. So that is Skull and Sonnet. And the last new candle being released tomorrow. Again, this label is fabulous, but it's kind of dark. This one is, sorry, iPad swinging around. This one is Thirst. Look at that. Vampire, absolutely. So Kringle describes this one as the scent of aged wood and rich cognac, mingle with the earthy embrace of patchouli and a hint of spicy pepper, evoking the seductive presence of a nocturnal predator. Kringle can sell you with these descriptions. As the candle burns, notes of amber and tonka linger, leaving a trail of forbidden desire that tantalizes the senses. That sounds pretty romantic, doesn't it? You know old Dracula, he was good at romanticizing the ladies, right? So a breakdown of the notes on this candle are wood, cognac, patchouli, pepper, amber, and tonka. Again, not sounding like my scent vibe. That's the disappointing thing about Halloween, because I love Halloween so much. But of course, Halloween scents, they're supposed to smell spooky. And I don't like spooky smelling scents. But I don't know. I probably won't end up with that one. But the candle, again, is amazing looking. The label is gorgeous. That is Thirst. So to quickly go through the releases tomorrow, the 6 new releases are Carnage, Dreadfully Dolly, Haunted Hollows, 6 Feet Under, Skull and Sonnet, and Thirst. And the 12 returning releases are 7 Days, Cemetery Lane, Coven, Graveyard Night, Halloween, It's Evil, Nevermore, Sinister, Sleepy Hollow, Trick or Treat, Witch's Cauldron, and Witching Hour. So guys, will you be taking part in tomorrow evening's launch? And if so, what will you be picking up? Like I said, I just shared this video just because I wanted to share my collection. There are definitely ambassador videos out there that can give you a much better description of these scents. They have been burning these candles and providing their reviews on YouTube, on Instagram, on the Facebook group. Check out all 3 of those resources. There may be some on TikTok. I don't do a lot of TikTok, but there may be some there as well. But there's going to be some great opinions out there as to what these candles smell like lit. Some of my favorites, I'll leave their information below. I love Philly Candleman. He always has great reviews. And he lives for this Halloween stuff just like I do. I love it. And he has a totally different set preference than I do. So he can offer some amazing insight on some of these scents that I don't really like. Another favorite of mine who really isn't into Halloween, but she does review these candles and I really appreciate that. And she's one of my favorite candle reviewers. That is Mr. Kong's mom, Melanie. I'll also link her information below. I love watching her YouTube videos. I love watching her candle reviews. She also melts wax, lots of scentsy. So I really enjoy her videos. So check her out if you don't already know who she is already. The Haunted Haven has some great videos when it comes to Kringle Candle and Yankee and stuff like that. She's awesome. She has all things spooky on her channel and I really enjoy her videos. There are some good ones out there, guys, so they are to be found if you have not found them already. But yeah, share with me what you plan on picking up tomorrow. I would love to hear what you plan to pick up. As I look at these, I'm highly debating on getting Carnage, even though It doesn't sound like my jam. I'm definitely wanting to pick up that Dreadful Dolly. Haunted Hollows, I'm thinking about. I don't know. I probably won't. Definitely not going to get 6 feet under because I'm just not. I think if I get a third one, because I'm definitely think I'm going to get that Carnage. If I get a third one, it may be that Skull and Sonnet. Again, strictly for the label. But I'm just a kooky kind of girl like that. But yeah. Thirst, probably not. But yeah. Yeah, guys, let me know what you're getting. I'm so interested in hearing. But it is exciting. I plan to stay up. And it really sucks that it's Thursday evening because it is a work night. Like, I'm pretty sure they've had these releases in the past where it's been a Friday evening. The only saving grace is I do work from home on Fridays, so I get to sleep in a little bit longer if my dogs allow me. They don't always allow me to do that. But if they allow me, I get to sleep in a little bit longer, so that helps. But obviously, I've got to stay up late, and I'm not one of these that can kind of take a nap and then get up, because once I'm up. So it doesn't help me any, because I'll be up most of the night anyway, so I need to just keep myself tired. But if you're out there shopping tomorrow evening, good luck to you. Make sure you shop early, 12:01 a.m., Friday, August 2nd, which is technically tomorrow evening, Thursday evening. I'm filming this on Wednesday, July 31st. I'll post that information in my description box below. Check out all that. Anything that I can remember to post down there that would help you during this launch, I will. I'll try to include scent notes if I can. If I can do that quickly. It all depends on how much time I have in editing this video. Yeah, I'm hoping to share some more of my Kringle candles with you. They are my favorite candle company, so I have quite a stash of Kringle candles. So this was kind of fun to talk about. I'm sorry it was kind of loosey-goosey. It is my first Kringle candle video, so and I'm not the expert on the Halloween candles. I just know that I like labels and some of the scents sound good to me. So I'm no expert there. I'm definitely not going to have the best video when it comes to Kringle Halloween candles, but I do enjoy this company a lot. They're an American company. That means a lot to me. They have a fantastic customer service. That means a lot to me. Their candles are a little pricey, but they're kind of in line with other candle companies. I mean, these candles, I don't know what their release amount will be, but if they're the same price as the Kringle Reserve, which I'm guessing it will be, they're like $34. Bath & Body Works is selling candles this year between $37 and $40. And Bath & Body Works candles are not going to smell like, I didn't even mention that in the beginning, but most of you probably already know, these are 100% soy wax. The burn on these candles is amazing. Now granted, Kringle's been having some issues with their wicks lately, so hopefully those are being ironed out and these won't be problem childs. But they burn amazing. They have the cleanest burn. I never have soot issues. I never have burning smell issues with my candles. All the soy. I mean, they have some soy blends from the past. They don't release those anymore. And they had some paraffin releases in the past that, yeah, I totally had soot issues with those. But they're not doing paraffin anymore. They've actually been working to fine-tune their country line, which is now also 100% soy, but it's a color wax. And the jars, they're styled different, so they're still working on fine-tuning those. There are definitely some good ones to be had in the country collection. Personally, I like these jars. I personally like, actually, I have some behind me. Yes, I do. Oh my gosh, this is a favorite scent right here. I love this. This is kind of a dupe for Capri Blue's Volcano. This, oh, it's so good, so good, so good. I have multiples in my collection. Not only is the label amazing, but the smell is amazing. But my top preference is the white candle tumble jar. These are my preference. I love them. But I do like their 3 wicks, and I have a number of 3 wicks in my collection too. I think I have one within reach. Yep, I do. Love the painted jars. They're gorgeous. I really like those too. And I look forward to sharing these. I can't help it. When I pick up a candle, I have to smell it. And this is kind of a floral scent, but I like it. I'm actually burning one of these upstairs now. But I look forward to sharing more of my Kringle collection with you because, like I said, I really love this company. I have all good things to say about them. And customer service top notch. They're made in the USA candle company. Everything's made here. It's up in Massachusetts. The CEO of the company, he's amazing. He actually listens to criticism and he takes it into account and he tries to do better. And you guys probably already know, they are the original Yankee Candle. The original. The OG. You know, the Yankee Candle that we used to be able to smell? That's Kringle Candle. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this content today. And if you did, I hope you will give me a thumbs up. And I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel, where I will obviously later on share more Kringle Candle content. And I share lots of wax content. So, yeah, all home fragrance. Come back and see me. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.